just got good news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake. So basically yesterday, now you might be wondering, whoa, yesterday? If you came back to my channel yesterday, I actually uploaded a other video of SouthLake. Now the reason for that was because since I didn't upload too many videos last week, I wanted to make up for it by uploading your guys' favorite series. So basically there was a SouthLake video uploaded yesterday that if you guys want to go watch, goes right ahead. It's basically no different than any other SouthLake video, so it's like the exact same format of basically work on something and then next part we work on something else. Basically the exact same format, guys. So basically that was all just for you. Now today we're probably gonna continue working on the mall because we still have quite a bit to get done, and I know a lot of you guys want to see how it progresses throughout the parts. So now we got to work on some more roofing, which since we used diorite, I think we used diorite, right? Right here. I don't want to use that again. I want to try to use a little bit more different materials throughout the building to kind of sprucing it up a little bit. So I'm thinking maybe granite might look pretty good. I think this actually would look pretty good. So let's actually try that over here. Actually, if we want to kind of finish up this area here, might work a little bit better. So if we do that, we're going to use some quartz maybe. So quartz stairs. Might use some dark premazine. Trying to think of some other materials that might look pretty good to fit in with all this. Where are the quartz blocks? Here they are. Okay, let's start this. So basically what we can do is just kind of take this, have it come back a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I think quartz might look pretty good for this. So that's actually what we're going to use for this roof. We don't want to come back too far, so I think that might be pretty good for now. Stack this one all the way up. Boop, 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 boop. Same distance. Now these are a little bit smaller stores. I keep want to say last week because I'm just used to saying that. Yesterday we talked about anchor stores and like what they're good for. And basically today we're kind of doing kind of the opposite because we're not working on anchor stores this part. We are working on some smaller department stores, which also can make a big difference in how a mall feels. Small department stores are basically when you go into the mall and you have like a Spencer's or a Foot Locker. Those are considered anchors, or not anchor stores, department stores, because you kind of just can go into those and there's not usually as much stuff, but they're usually centered around a specific thing, I guess. I'd be completely just wrong there, but that's my understanding of them. That's basically what we're working on today. These stores here really don't have any names at the moment. Eventually, some of these stores will have names, and the mall, in all honesty, might be the very first building, and cross my fingers here, might be the very first building I actually do interior on. Maybe because I've done a lot of malls at my work, and I kind of know, like, I think I know how a mall interior should look like. Now, obviously, when you go from real life to Minecraft, things obviously change. So I'll talk about some of my ideas once we get done with this roof. But I think some of them should be pretty simple, and it's pretty self-explanatory too, because malls are pretty usually simple, I guess might be the best way to say that. I mean, usually you have a small walking area up top and a floor opening somewhere in the middle so you can see down below, and that's pretty common throughout pretty much every single mall if it's a 2-story, which this is going to be. This actually might end up being a 3-story mall as well, and so I really do have quite a bit of plans, you know, hopefully set aside for how I want to do this. And it's really just going to be tough because it's just one of those things of I have so many ideas, how many of those are actually going to work, and can I get any of those to work? Because one of the ideas was, should I make a subway station underneath the mall that would kind of connect the two together? And I actually saw that in the comments as well. Somebody actually did suggest that. I do not remember who suggested it, but I did see that comment somewhere in there. So again, did not go unnoticed if you did type that. Another idea, which again, I want to finish the roof before I get too ahead of myself because it has to do with that over there. Because basically, how I think I want to do the actual 2-story of the mall is I want to make it to where it goes underground. So basically from the street, it kind of looks like a 1-story mall, but then when you walk in, it goes underneath and looks like a 2-story mall once you walk inside. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Now, it might be like a 2.5 tall mall, and that's what I'm going to explain here in a minute. I really want to show you guys before I start talking about it. It would actually make sense. because it's really the only way it's gonna make sense at this point. And perfect. So that roof is almost done. We still have that one, but I want to talk about this. So if we want to make this a 2-story mall to where the second floor would be down below, the only problem with that is this front entrance right here, because the very first thing that we made was this going up, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a 2-story mall if we're going to do it the way I just said and talked about. So what I'm thinking is this right here will be the food court. It might come out pretty far on several directions, but so you walk into the food court and then you have escalators going down. That way the food court is actually separated from everything else, and I think that actually might be a pretty good idea. Hopefully we can get that to work. It just really depends on the space that we have and how, what we can really do with all of it, because obviously a food court needs to be pretty big. And even though this looks like a lot of space, we still have to consider all the storefronts and everything like that up in here as well. So just some things to consider. We're not fully there yet, just again kind of just talking about it, showing you guys some of my ideas. So if you can get these ideas for yourselves, fantastic, because this mall, in my personal opinion, is some great inspiration from you guys and for you guys as well, because even though I'm building this mainly by myself, I'm also not, because I'm also getting a lot of feedback and ideas from you guys in the comments. So again, I know some of you guys might think your comments go unnoticed, like, does he ever read the comments, or does he just ignore me? No, I actually do read your comments, and I read SouthLake comments the most, probably just because, usually on videos I might get 11 to 20 comments. On SouthLake, immediately after videos come out, I might get 40 comments in the first couple hours. It's like, okay, thank you guys. I mean, it's just such a great feeling of getting instant feedback, because it basically lets you know how your work's kind of going along, gets you some good ideas for what else you could do. So it's just one of those things to where it just really kind of helps. So again, I don't want to make you guys feel like everything goes unnoticed, because it definitely does not. Perfect. So what did we use for this? Oh crap, we used sand, didn't we? That's gonna be a problem. Well, I mean, it's not really gonna be a problem. We just have to do a little bit more work. So we'll put this here. We'll have this come all the way back, I think. Actually, we'll have it come off to this just a little bit in front. That way, from a realistic point of view, you can actually get behind it. So if you have to do work, roof maintenance. So again, just small details that can add up into the actual, how everything looks. And again, these are department stores, so they're not meant to be big. These might look pretty small now. Pizza stand fell. But I think once we're all done, this mall should look pretty good. And especially after everything else is done surrounding it, which will take a long time. Because the mall is taking me maybe 3 to 4 days to get all the outside walls connected, if that. But adding all the roof will take quite a bit of time, because we have this, we have all that over there. And then we're also going to add skylights and things like that into it. So there's still a lot of work to get done on this, which really hasn't even started. I mean, we've probably only done maybe 25% of the mall, not including the interior. So we'll get there at some point. Just, a matter of time. Also, a lot of you guys are asking me in the comments, will I ever make SouthLake downloadable? Now, I told you guys as soon as the series started back like 2 to 3 years ago, when I started this city, I told you guys that I would make this available for download. Now, when I said that, it was actually starting off on the Xbox 360 when you could do that. Now, once the Minecraft Xbox One version came out and you could migrate from the 360 to the One, things kind of changed, because you can't just take files off your Xbox One yet. They might do that at some point. So as of right now, you cannot. And I know a lot of you guys are wondering if you can download this map. And the whole point is, at some point, I want you to be able to do that. It's just a matter of time and when we can actually do that. Because like I said, as of right now, there's no way to actually do it. Which sucks, I know. But, you can't really... Not everything can be perfect. So eventually, this will be available for download once Microsoft allows us to do stuff like that. But as for now, it is not. So it's one of those things where you're going to have to be patient on it, I guess. Might be the best way to phrase it. What do we want to use for... I'm actually thinking... What do we want to use for everything here? I don't know what I want to use for... How do these look? Nah. That doesn't look too good in my personal opinion. Now I just gotta figure out what do I want to use for the roof. Such hard decisions. Maybe chiseled quartz might look pretty good for this, actually. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. This will actually look pretty dang good if you ask me. Just gotta fill all this in. Shouldn't take too long, being that it's a pretty small building. Also, I'm not sure if I described why we did not do subscriber of the week this week. The reason we did not do it is since I did upload a video of SouthLake yesterday. We did our subscriber of the week then. So that's actually why we're not doing one today. And that's not because I want to be lazy. It's more because it kind of defeats the whole point of having a subscriber of the week when you have two. That would be subscribers of the week, which that's still not a problem. But I think it's just going to make things a little bit less confusing if we just have one for the week. So that's actually why we didn't do it for this one. If you were just a little curious about everything. Ooh, we need to raise that wall up a little bit. Maybe add some more lights in there. The mall is coming along. The roof is actually starting to take place. And things are just looking good. So just gotta finish this one. How much time we're at? We're at already 12 minutes pretty much on the video. Before editing, obviously. So boom, that's done. Let's take out our map. We gotta figure out which one it is first. Boom, perfect one. Found it. Alright, so that settled that. Now we need to lower this wall with our brick. That way it's connecting with the roof. Where's the brick? There it is. So let's drop this down real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Probably not going to add any glass on this. We'll probably just make this a solid wall. Macy's will be a pain to add in that roof. I don't know why I'm thinking it. It's simple. It would just be time consuming. Which, I guess a lot of this is time consuming anyway. So I don't know why I'm really complaining about it. Because basically everything we've done on this city has taken a lot of time. So basically, let's talk about what are some of the plans for the mall after it's done and what's going to surround it. So I was actually thinking, with the mall being added, that's actually like a perfect segue for adding the residential areas into the city finally. So you're actually going to see more kind of like townhouses and things like that pop up around the map finally. And I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that. Like, are you going to add like houses to your city? And my answer's always been yes. But there's no point to actually, if you want it to feel realistic, there's no point to adding houses right next to the city. I mean, usually that's not how it happens. Usually you have some separation between the city and the suburban houses. And usually you have like townhouses that are all connected in row houses. Now you're going to see a lot more of those before we get into the actual suburban neighborhoods and things like that. But that will be coming shortly. And when I say shortly, probably not for a couple months. Because obviously we still have quite a bit more work to get done when you consider everything, because we still have a lot of unfinished buildings in the actual city areas themselves. We have a lot of work to get done on the mall. We still have a lot more to build up around this area. So really, we still have quite a bit more to get done, but we are getting there. But things are looking pretty good. So we actually might call it quits for this part, guys. So thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated as always. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow for another video of SouthLake. Probably not tomorrow for SouthLake, but you will see another video coming out from me tomorrow. So please come back and check for that if you want to watch more of my content. That would be greatly appreciated, because I do love when you guys watch my videos. It's just a great like sensation of like worthwhile, I guess. And just knowing that you guys enjoy the content is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, guys. It is greatly appreciated. Hit that like or share button and subscribe if you so choose to. So bye bye, guys, and thank you very much for watching.